road. Would you like to do an interview?
German. Yeah, that's what Nazi do.
Oh yeah,
Says you're Nazi.
That's right. Yeah, I bet you did. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh yeah, just the person that wants to suppress my freedom of speech. Yeah, fuck off. Good lord. Would you like to do an interview? Exactly. You don't have anything to say. With anybody.
Okay, it is not a medical problem.
I'm not actually harassing, I'm actually answering. We're having a great debate.
I know,
here.
I
Hey guys, Deon Thompson here from the Color Conservatives, and I have a special guest, one of the big fans of ours.
Stephanie.
So we're going to be out here today asking people about this sign here. And yes, it is okay to be a nationalist. Now, we're not talking about white nationalists. We're not talking about white supremacy. We're talking about supporting your damn country. So, with that, you know, do you have any thoughts?
No, I'm just ready to go.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm expecting that we're probably going to, you know, make some heads explode. Hopefully not. Hopefully Antifa won't show up and punch one of us. But if they do, we'll be ready for that. So, also make sure you guys support us on Patreon, Subscribe Star, Venmo, and Cash App. Links in the description below. We couldn't do this without you guys. All right, stay classy, guys. Cool. I love the guitar, by the way. Cool. So, what do you think about our sign? It's okay to be a nationalist.
think it's okay to be. Well, the thing is, I don't really know what you mean by that. That can mean a million different things.
Sure. So, what do you? So, before we explain, what do you think we mean by it?
You believe in our nation before every else, other one. But see, that could be, there could be a lot of things about that. You have to explain it because it could be, you could use nationalism to say it's open borders and you're letting everybody in because we were part of, you know, that's how we were born. Or you could say, I'm a nationalist, I'm closing the borders. That's just one topic.
Sure.
Because it's, you know, so again, you have to explain for me to really understand.
Sure. I think that's a fair logical argument. So we're for supporting the country over everything else. We support our president, we support the politicians that are in office, and regardless of what you think of them. Now, I even support Democrats, even though I don't agree. I support not closed borders, but secure borders. I support less wars. I support, you know, the original Judeo-Christian values. And I'm not even Christian. So what do you think about that definition of nationalism that I just gave to you right there?
Yeah.
So your eyes lit up when I said support the president. Why?
Because he's a homophobic, racist, bigot, who basically grabs women by the pussy on because he's a monster. And if you want to support Trump, you're supporting a monster, and it's just the way it is. You know, I believe we should be able to secure our borders, but I don't believe we should keep everybody out at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, I don't, and I don't believe in Trump and what he's done. He hates me, basically me and my kind, for no reason other than he's just a bigot.
So when you say you and your kind, what do you mean by that?
Transgender LBG, that's what I am. I'm transgender.
Okay, cool. And I have no problems with that whatsoever. I'm actually a conservative myself. I support the president. I'm actually a Donald Trump supporter, but I'm not LGBTQ phobic at all. In fact, when I was in Seattle for the Pride March, I was actually marching to help with gay conservatives because they felt threatened that they wouldn't be able to go in the march because they were being literally threatened by Antifa. Oh, I bet, yeah, thanks. Because they were being threatened to get hurt for being a gay conservative in the Pride March. Like, what do you think about that? And they were being threatened by liberals, mind you.
I don't think anybody should run around threatening everybody. I think that's the problem. I don't think we should. There should be dialogue and discourse, but there also shouldn't be bigotry, and you should be able to accept people. So again, if I understand the LGBT community, especially the trans community, is up in arms about, and me, I've been the exact same way because I get attacked out here. I get called he when I'm a she, all this other stuff. So again,
and that's wrong. That's absolutely wrong.
To be attacked.
Yeah.
But it's right from when I'm she. But anyways, so again, I just feel I agree with some of your points. Yeah, don't kick over my sign, please. I agree with some of your points. I believe we should secure our borders. I don't believe we should allow terrorists in, but I don't think we should be taking kids and their families and just taking them out, especially because we were founded on that. We were founded on immigrants.
Right.
You know, but we definitely have to watch out for bad people. So
Sure.
again, were there any other points that you?
So I actually want to go back to the point. So actually, Stephanie, do you want to talk about the grabbing by the pussy thing?
I don't know. In my opinion, it was something he said 12 years ago. It wasn't. I think he physically didn't grab a woman by the pussy. It was just taken out of context. I think, in my opinion.
Right. So now, how he was
Just
taking.
like I hang out with a lot of guys that were like, "Ooh, look at that girl's ass."
How
So, I
can
mean-
you be into somebody who's basically a hateful bigot, who's basically hates the LGBT community for just no reason, who's a total sexist, says he wants to bed his daughter, and that's something he actually said recently. You know, his daughter's so hot, blah, blah, blah. You can actually be behind this person? Are you
So, okay, a lot of the things that you said is that he's actually been taken out of context. So, one of the things that he said was he wants to decriminalize homosexuality across the world. And let me just tell you
He
that
wants
gay
to
people are
say,
being
I
thrown.
can't be a she. He wants to make it so I can't be a she.
No, he never said that.
Yes, he did. He's
So-
against transgender people. He did say that.
So,
Okay, is there a military ban in force in the Army? As a vet, right now, is he pushing for a military a trans ban in the Army? Is
he
not?
is, yes. Now,
Okay,
now,
all right,
let me
all right, then
let
you
me
can't-
explain
all
that.
those things you can't. You're basically making up excuses for this
I'm
guy.
not making up excuses. The reason why, and I don't even agree with him saying that. The reason why he doesn't want to allow trans people in there is because of all their medical problems. You know, they have to
There
take
isn't
hormones and.
medical problems.
Well, actually, there is.
Bullshit.
Really?
I've been on hormones for 2.5 years. There's no fucking medical problems.
Well,
what the hell are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about when you're actually in the field, on the battle, and you have
So
to
you
take.
have to take a pill. Oh, I got to take pills. You're telling me there isn't people out in the battlefield. When I was in the battlefield, I had to take friggin' pills for my my thyroid. So bullshit. It's just pills, man.
So no.
Hi, Christy.
How
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
taking pictures too.
Hi.
So now let me just explain to you that the military is not a social club. Would you agree with me on
It's
that?
not a social club, but being transgender is not a choice and it's not a social thing.
Okay, great. I agree with that. However, wouldn't you agree that you wouldn't want people in the military with a bunch of different types of medical problems, or like with anybody,
It's not a,
with anybody?
Okay, it is not a medical problem.
I'm not actually harassing. I'm actually answering. We're having a great debate.
I know.
here.
I have a tendency to get angry. It's not a medical problem. You're using excuses. They have to take pills, hormones. I would take estrogen and spironolactone. And you're saying that's a medical problem. Okay, it's not. It's not a medical problem. It's 3-4 pills a day. Big whoop. You're making it out more than it is. You're making out that it costs millions of dollars and to be transgender and all that stuff. It doesn't. I'm sorry.
doesn't- yeah, I mean, for
I'm
the- yeah,
sorry,
for an
but
individual level, it's not,
Your argument is flawed because you're basically saying somebody can't take pills. When people take pills for heart conditions and all kinds of stuff, and people take pills, not everybody in the military is completely 100% physically active. When I was in the military, I was a 60 gunner, and basically I was originally an assistant 60 gunner. I became a 60 gunner because my person that was in there had to he got his back hurt and he was constantly on pills and constantly leave. Should we kick him out because basically he was on a march and he hurt his back, so he has to take pills? It doesn't make sense. What you're saying doesn't make any sense at all.
Okay, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but if I was in, my friend actually, Salim, can't get into the military because he has Crohn's disease. Someone with certain medical problems with respect to their intestines or even heart conditions, they cannot get into. They simply deny you from getting into the military.
Okay, let's understand that being transgender is not.
It's not equivalent, yeah, for sure.
It's definitely not equivalent, and basically it's not a disease, and it's not. It's just the way we are.
I don't think it's a disease. Yeah.
It's not a big deal. It's not as big a deal as everybody makes it out to be. It's really not.
Okay.
Okay? And him saying we don't want you in here is just being a bigot. I'm just sorry it is. It's not as big a deal as he makes it out, and the way you're making it out. Seriously.
Okay. So now, what do you think about the statement that he wants to decriminalize homosexuality across the world? He actually said that. He actually did say
I'm
that.
not going to believe you unless I actually see that, because as far as I'm concerned, he's a complete bigot. He's a complete hateful LGBT. He doesn't want to decriminalize anything. He wants to basically. No, I don't. I'd have to see it. I can't take your word on that.
Okay. So when we end this interview, if you'd like me to show you, I'd love to do that.
It doesn't. No. Being honest, it doesn't matter. He needs to go. He needs to go.
So who would you like to, as president aside from
I
him?
wanted basically Hillary Clinton. I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
I think we need. Being honest, I think we need men to stop being in charge and more women to be in charge. Because again, you're right, we shouldn't have all the wars we have.
Right.
As a vet, we shouldn't have all the wars we have.
Right.
Okay? And we would have a lot less wars if women were in charge instead of these guys that basically have to go, be in wars. I'm sorry, it's not right.
Cool. Well, awesome. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait. So where is this gonna be posted?
So we're gonna actually post the entire interview. So that's what we do other in difference to other YouTube channels. So we actually post outside of your name because we want to protect you from beginning to end. No cuts in it.
Okay, let me write it down so that way I know which.
So you can type in
I don't have internet right here. But
okay.
I can just write it down.
Okay, cool. So you can check us out on SAL.
Yeah, I get kind of excited.
No, it's fine. And that's what we love because we want to have debate with people, and that's what you did. Okay, first of all, I love your costumes. So where are they from? Like what series?
Like Bowsette, like Mario, kind of like an internet meme thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Persona from One Piece anime.
Oh, cool. Right on. So the reason why I'm out here today is to ask people about this sign. So what do you guys think about it? Just off the top of your heads.
I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about it.
Okay. So how we define it is that we are simply supporters of this country and we simply support the president. And that doesn't mean we support everything that he's doing. Yeah. But I mean, it's simply we don't want this country to fail.
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
I think you should be able to believe whatever you want to believe, and you shouldn't put people down for however they believe. So whether you like the president or don't like the president, whatever, I think it's your opinion.
Sure. What do you think?
Yeah.
Same page. So are you guys conservatives, liberal, independent?
I wouldn't say I'm really anything. I have like views from every side, so not like not too far on either side.
Okay. What about you?
Same.
Cool. Are you guys like sisters or something? Because you have very similar beliefs.
No. Good friends. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. So what do you think about when liberals love to say that nationalism is Nazism? Like, do you think that's a ridiculous statement? What do you think?
I guess I'm not really knowledgeable in that. I guess it sounds a little ridiculous, but I don't know much about it, so I can't really talk about it. Yeah.
Sure, and that's fine if you don't know anything a whole lot about it, because the people that don't really know a whole lot about it, they say, well, that term there means Hitler, which he killed millions of. Now he was a nationalist in the sense that he supported his country, but he also killed millions of people. You don't see our president doing that.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't really know much about it, but I guess when I see those words, I don't really think of them as the same thing. So, yeah.
Great, awesome. Well, this is a great interview. Thank you
Yeah,
so much, you guys.
thank
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Is this a YouTube channel?
Yes. You can find us on the Colored Conservatives on YouTube.
Colored Conservatives. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Right on. Thanks a lot.
With something like that. No, not going there.
Like that? All right. Well, that makes sense.
Go down to Pike Place by Beechers.
Well, we can't legally do that, so which is
Gotcha.
dumb as hell.
You shouldn't have to get any consent from it.
Okay, gang area is right down this way. You guys, are you a nationalist?
What?
Want to do a quick interview? Oh yeah.
Fuck off. It's not alright.
Oh, how is it not alright? I want to ask you a question about it. Yeah, would you like to do a quick interview about it?
I'm okay.
All right, come on. It's 2 to 3 minutes.
Socialist.
You're a socialist? Okay, then perfect. I want to talk to you. Damn it. So my name is Dion from the Colored Conservatives, and your name is?
Charlie.
Charlie. Nice to meet you. Where's your accent from?
I live in the UK.
Oh, cool. Are you here? Oh, you're visiting.
Yeah, just
oh,
visiting.
cool. Right on. So, what do you think about it's okay to be a nationalist sign here that I've made it like a 5-year-old?
Amusing to see it contrasted with sort of the colours that bring out pride. Typically not the sort of thing you'd see from
I didn't even think about that.
conservative style slogan.
So, what's your views on conservatism?
It's not wildly popular at home at the moment.
Really? Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, I mean, the UK's a shit show at the moment. It's it's a mess with Brexit and everything else going on.
Right.
I think kind of similar to here, right?
Right. Oh yeah. No, absolutely. So, how does the term nationalist, how is it viewed in the United Kingdom?
Generally associated with sort of flag waving and what's the word, Brexit policy and extremist views. Generally not got good connotations with it. Kind of different to the US. Like US here, it's like everyone's like, yeah, go USA. Everyone like is really patriotic.
Yeah.
The UK and Europe doesn't really happen. Don't
Really?
really have the same level of patriotism. It's not really a thing. We don't really do it.
Huh. So, do you think that nationalism is just simply supporting your country, or is there a deeper meaning to it?
I think if you take it as pure basis, it should be just being proud of your country and supporting it. So it shouldn't really be inherently anything wrong with it. But I think it's this day and age taken to extremes, and it's associated with right-wing groups. So I think, as with anything, everything in moderation.
So, are you more conservative leaning, or are you more liberal leaning?
I'm kind of middle of the road, really.
Okay.
I would say probably more liberal leaning myself.
Okay. So, I mean, liberals can be nationalists as well. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
the definition is really just supporting your country and being patriotic.
Yeah.
So, why is it that it's more contributed to right-wing groups as opposed to left-winging?
I think left-wing values are rooted in more in the facts of what's I'm looking for. Rooted in the reality of making the environment great for everyone, right? Whereas nationalism is about supporting your country, right? It's like religion. My religion's the best because it is. Same thing. My country's the best just because it is. Whereas liberalism is focused around right. Actually, I'm focused on making sure we've got great healthcare and we've got great support and we've got great policing and all of those things, and that actually applies irrespective of your country. But whereas nationalism is can be so easily become America or the UK is awesome just because it's awesome and I live there, which is not really a valid argument.
Right. Well, hey. Anyways, I really appreciate the interview.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good, man.
Yeah. Have fun visiting Seattle. So, what do you think about our sign here?
I'm sort of wondering what you mean by nationalist.
So, what do you think we mean? That's the whole goal.
So, I think it's someone who at least stands behind the basics of the nation. No one fully agrees with everything everyone has to say.
Sure.
Other than that, I'm not exactly sure how extreme or not extreme you are.
Cool. So now I can speak for myself personally, is that I just support this country. I don't want it to fall to socialism or anything like that. I don't want us to go to war, that kind of stuff. And I simply support our flag. I simply support our president. That's it. Now, what do you think about nationalism? Like, why are you a nationalist?
Because I love my country.
Right. So that's kind of the founding. That's kind of the foundation of why we made this sign. So now, based upon what we said, what do you think?
Well, I look at it the same way as I see most things. It's like a buffet. You like the most of what it has, but you don't have to like everything.
Uh-huh.
Do you agree with every politician that's in America?
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Exactly, and you don't have to.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, too many people are extremists think, oh look, if you agree with one side of a subject, you agree with every single side of that subject.
And that's not true.
No, it's not.
Right.
Because or else, ask those same people, guess what, if you're American, right? Yeah. Do you believe everything every American says? No.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and I actually really agree with that. But what the left wing loves to do is paint this picture as we're Nazis, we're white supremacists, white power, and all this kind of stuff. So do you think that the word nationalist and nationalism really means that?
No.
And why?
Because it has nothing to do with anything except the nation you're from.
We already got
Exactly.
called Nazis holding this sign, so what do you think about the people who think that?
Yeah.
Trust me, I get ripped off constantly because I'm telling people I'm Native American because I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
Guess what? Our land got taken just like everyone else's, and just because you have a free title, we still have the title. We were here just as long as you guys were.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I think it's just ridiculous that people paint this picture as, well, you're a Nazi, because, historical facts say that Hitler was a nationalist. He did support his country, but he was also a socialist, and he killed millions of people.
George Washington was probably a nationalist also. He supported the country he lived in.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So, I mean, what do you think about people like Antifa?
And what?
Do you know what Antifa is?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay. So they stand for anti-fascist, and what they love to do is they like to go around and suppress other people's speech, and they literally say punch Nazis and all this other stuff. What do you think about them?
There's extremes in all facets. It's like I just said. Too many people are not willing to listen to good ideas, no matter where they come from. Because that's when you get closed-minded people.
Right.
Guess what? If I don't like your idea, I don't like anything you have to do. That's why you have people who support the president, people who don't support the president. That's why you see even marriages ending over this last election.
Yeah.
Nowhere in the last 20 plus years we didn't have that happen at all.
Right.
Political lines, it's now etched in stone. You're either one or the other.
Right.
Even Bernie Sanders realized he could not stand to be an independent. He chose a side because he had to.
Right. So what do you think about the political divide ever since Trump got into office?
Political divide, Trump in office. Trump is the best thing that ever happened to anybody political because he's a smokescreen. Everyone wants him there and wants him to be hyped up because the president doesn't control the country. Obama proved that. Obama proved that, guess what? If Congress is the House of Representatives, they can always outvote him.
Exactly.
His vote does not matter.
Right.
So what can the president do that Congress and the House can't veto immediately?
Exactly.
And guess what? These people have been in office a lot longer, and they'll be in there continually longer than he's in.
Career politicians.
Exactly. Will Trump be in politics for 20 years? No.
He might die before that.
Exactly. Exactly. And when you get multiple politicians who've been there for decades, maybe that's the problem.
Yeah. So do you think that we should have term limits for these people?
We should have term limits for any sort of office because it takes away the corporate greed. Remember, most corporations have pretty much slave laborers. Look at Walmart. Look at sweatshops. Pretty much the retail industry, the food industry.
Oh, yeah.
All of it is cheap labor. But guess what? Government work, whether state or federal, is all good-paying jobs. Yet somehow the government's never trusted.
Right. Yeah. It's interesting how that works out, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The government is not looking to make profit. That's why they're in debt, because they help other people.
Yeah.
Every company wants to be a multi-billion-dollar company covering the entire world. The government just wants to be sustainable. Yet people say, don't trust them. That makes zero sense.
Right.
They have scientists that are just trying to get good food to people. That's why they've shut down, standardized luncheon. That's why they shut down the effect of, let's not have McDonald's in schools. Let's not have Pizza Huts in schools. But they allow it because money talks.
Exactly. So let me ask you, are you a Donald Trump supporter or are you not?
I'm a supporter as long as anyone who's in office. Because I want them to do the best they can, no matter what.
I love that answer. Anyways, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. What was that?
I'll do an interview.
Sure, you want to do one?
I'm down.
Cool.
What's up, Rome? Truth.
Right on. Dion. What was your name?
Truth.
Truth. That's a dope name.
Yeah.
Nice. So what do you think about our sign here?
I think it's straight. Do whatever you want to be. Follow your dreams and always follow yourself. I mean, follow yourself to the core.
Right. So now how do you think about it when liberals say that this is a Nazi dog whistle?
I really think that this country's a bunch of full of shit and instantaneous lies are out there. She's trying to kind of make us instantaneously pop and blow up and kind of like a civil war. And take over and fill us with shirt bullshit where we got to pay up these high prices and live at such fucking such class level and be judged by how much what we wear in our existence like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, between blue collar class and white collar class.
Right. So now what we define as nationalism, and let me know if you agree with this, is that we simply just support our country.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Right.
I definitely support everyone in existence as people. You know what I mean? And we all just got to come together as one. Eventually, unity is immunity. You mean? Exactly.
So how do you feel about groups like Antifa?
I'm not even sure what Antifa is.
Good, because what Antifa is actually. Do you want to explain what Antifa is?
Antifa likes to beat you up for your political views, no matter if you're on the side that they're not on. What doesn't mean you could be a Bernie Sanders supporter and they'll still attack you. You can walk around. You can walk around and with American flag and be like, "Fuck you!" They'll take it. They'll burn it. They'll shut you down when they try to talk to people. They try to don't talk to them, walk away. They're just blah, blah, you know, they try to silence you. They beat up. They're violent. Yeah, no. Yeah. So.
So, let's probably come and stand on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
well, I'm kind of on my way now, so yeah, I'm gonna keep moving. But yeah, stay what? Stay Sinisters, stay Hellster. Sinisters are, y'all check me out.
yeah.
That wasn't cool because what they did is that you can't silence somebody that's want to have. This is America. We're not in a communist society. We're in a democracy. So everybody should have a voice, no matter what their views are. You know, whether they skinheads or whether they, you know, Nazis. But I'm saying I don't condone that. But at the same time, I don't, you know, at the same time, that if they do it peacefully, it's okay. But if they, I mean, everybody have their views, whether they're good or bad, you know. But we don't want to silence somebody that's, you know, we're not trying to be critical. But at the same time, that behavior is not necessary, not in America.
Right.
Not here in America. I mean, not nowhere, you know.
Whatever Celine Dion is, I'll check y'all out.
Hey, right on, dude. Thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, now what do you feel about groups like Antifa?
But Antifa, I mean, it's a mixed feeling with me. I'm just saying it bring up mixed
Like
emotion.
They're right to have their beliefs. They're just not right to politically violent people, like violate people.
I don't think that nobody have the right to, you know, abuse or bring violence towards somebody that's, you know, that's trying to speak their mind on the views. You know, they don't have a right in order for the, you know, hurt people that's trying to express their views, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, well, great. That was a great interview. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. I hope you're making a lot of money with this.
Man, it is what it is, man. This is my job, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I do this. This is my full-time job. I just don't like the violence. You know, it's too much hate in this world, not enough love.
Exactly.
Too much hate, not enough love in this world.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, but the thing about it, you know what cure all of that? Love cure all of that. I mean, if people, you know, I'm gonna tell you something. Hate is something that's taught. That's a behavior that is taught. It's not genetically. Hate is not genetically. Hate is a taught behavior. You know, anybody will tell you that. If you got kids together, if you got small kids, they grew up, they don't know no better. That hate is taught in the homes. Hate is taught in the homes, not
Who they look up to, who the kids look up to,
That's right.
and who they see every day.
That's right. Because kids are impressionable.
Because it could be in the family, but it can also be in schools too. You know, they see their teachers every day. We don't, you know, we're not sitting there in class with them. We don't know what they're physically teaching them.
That's right.
You know, so it, you know, it goes both ways. I mean, like, but definitely it comes first from the family. You know what I mean?
But everything is start in the home. If they teach kids in the home how to have courtesy, value, morals, and stuff like that, instead of teaching them to hate, instead of teaching them not to play with the black kids or not to play with the Asian kids, you know, only play with the white kids. You know, that behavior right there is what drives, you know, that's how if we want a better society, we got to start teaching our kids to love instead of hate people, you know.
Right.
And that's what's going to cure this world. Love is going to cure this world, not hate. If we want to not dividing people, bring people together, you know.
Exactly. Well, hey, we got to get moving, but yeah, thanks a lot so much.
Guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. My name's Dion from the Colorado Conservatives, and your name is?
Irene. Do you want my last name?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah. So, based upon your first reaction, you actually were like, I love that sign. Why'd you say that?
Okay, first because of the colors. You want to show them the colors? I don't know if they can see the colors. And then secondly, because of what it says. It says it's okay to be a nationalist. And I don't know the correct dictionary definition of nationalist.
Sure.
But I feel as if it represents, in a sense, equality, or it's just different colors. It's not the same. It's not different. It's just like however you want to see it, however you want to see this city, however you want to represent yourself. I mean, you guys all look different, but you guys are together, right? Mm-hmm. You guys are together as one, walking around the streets, holding up a sign. Can I hold it?
Sure.
Like if I could, sorry, let me put my headphones in my pocket.
Sure.
If I could wave this around to everybody, like literally just scream this out and tell everyone it's okay to be a nationalist, I would be more than happy to do that. But you're doing it, which is great, which is why I wanted to tell you that I love your sign.
Sure.
You're welcome.
He made it though.
Oh,
I mean, well,
you're an artist!
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, he
it's
colored it
teamwork.
too.
It's
Yeah.
teamwork.
Yeah.
And I'm all about teamwork. I'm all about united together as the national. Well, okay, so like when I see the word nationalist, I think about the national anthem,
Sure,
which
sure.
is like America. We live here. We live in Seattle, or we live in the Pacific Northwest, or I don't even know you guys. I don't know if you guys are visiting. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, we're from here. We're from
No, yeah. So, you know, that's why I respect it. I respect this sign. I respect y'all. I'm really happy I was able to see this
Cool.
right now.
So let me ask you, your talking points, hold on. So your talking yeah. So your talking points seem to be very conservative. Are you conservative?
As a person, or how I represent myself, or
Sure, either or.
I like to have fun, but in the right time, at the right place, at the right time. So in public, especially the streets of Seattle, I mean, I'm 23 years old. I've been to Capitol Hill. I see the rainbow flags everywhere. I love that. I love that it's just like a symbolism in our city. We are 12s, you know, the Seahawks, like, colors are blue and green. Like, I just love that Seattle represents. Why do you think everybody's moving here? It's like, I feel like a lot of people are moving here because Seattle's the place to be. It's equality, it's freedom. It's like I can walk around these streets and hold flags if I want to. I can like let loose if I want to, but you know, there's a time and place for everything. And if I want to say, hey, I like your sign, then I'm gonna say it.
Right.
And if you want to ignore me, then ignore me. If you notice me, so yeah. What?
Now I'm ignoring it. No.
Oh no.
Yeah. Now, oh, it's not okay? Are you sure about that? Are you sure?
What isn't okay? He didn't specify.
That.
Oh.
And you were just ranting and raving about how it's okay.
I mean, people will have different opinions on everything.
Right. So, do you support the president right now, or do you not support the president?
I do not know a lot about politics, but I do not support Donald Trump.
Okay. And why is that?
I don't know all the facts, so I don't mean to speak for like people that do know the facts, but I feel as if he does not represent equality, and I do know that there is racism, not just within him, but within all the states. It's very much still alive. Racism exists.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So I choose not to pay attention to that word because it doesn't exist in my mind.
I love
see
that.
everything black and white. You know what? That's why I said the colors. They're different colors, but in my head, it's the same. You know?
Okay, so I mean, I can tell you a little bit about personally people being racist to me.
Oh,
so,
I've experienced racism too.
Yeah. So,
and
I
I'm
mean,
sorry you had to go through that because I
Yeah.
know what it feels like.
Right. So, I mean, I'm a black conservative. I actually support Donald Trump. And because I support him, people have called me the token N-word. People have called me a coon, Uncle Tom, if you know what that means.
No, I don't, and I don't want to.
Yeah, it's a pretty racist term.
I don't care for
So,
racism.
now, I mean, the liberal left loves to say that they're not racist, that they're tolerant and all the rest, and yet they're the ones calling me and people like these two people here like really racist things. So, and I've never heard Donald Trump say anything racist or do anything politically racist. So what do you have to say about that?
How's your day going?
You know, my day is going fantastic.
That's good.
For the most part, I would say.
Try to be positive.
Right.
Make it as positive as you can. And whatever you said about Donald Trump, I mean, it's your own beliefs, and I don't hate you as a person. I would never racially discriminate you. I would never racially discriminate anybody. So if you support what you support, you're minding your own business, I'm minding my own business. That's it.
Cool. Awesome. I really appreciate this interview.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, I want a hug from you. You're awesome. Yeah.